Well, across green country, if you listen closely, you hear the sound of folks packing up, Emma, starting to head home after the long holiday weekend.
That's true. Now I already hear the sighs of we got to start working already. We had a long weekend. So if you are wanting to go out and at least soak in that last day, your Sunday is going to be more on the muggy side. I will say I'd probably recommend doing it by the pool side, the lake, a splash pad, somewhere where you could stay cool. But if not, inside with that AC, because those temperatures are, although going to stay just about 90 degrees, the mugginess, it's going to make it feel a lot hotter outside. If you're going to spend a long period of time outside, just make sure you're staying hydrated. We were waking up with mostly cloudy skies. You could already see those breaks happening there, all on our WadeRV Weather Camera Network. Temperatures now, Tulsa, we're currently at 81 degrees, upper 70s across the other towns here in green country, but we are looking at temperatures going to hang out upper 80s, maybe right along 90 degrees. Southerly winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. However, that's where that feels like temperatures could climb upwards of about 99. And I'm sure some folks may feel more like those triple digits as we go towards this afternoon. Another thing that we're going to be focusing on besides the hot and humid conditions is a chance for an isolated shower storm to develop as we go late this afternoon into tonight. Very isolated. And I will say not everybody's going to see that, but we have to be watching for some of these storms that could produce some gusty winds and some heavy downpours. This will be once again very isolated, but there is that chance as we go late tonight through the evening hours, even into tonight. And then overnight looks dry. Morning commute tomorrow looks dry as well until we go into Monday afternoon, evening. We'll keep just a chance for additional chances for some showers and storms. Very hard to pinpoint who will see some of that. It's really going to be that trend that we're tracking every single day. We're going to have at least a chance for some rain. So going into Monday afternoon, we could see some pop-up storms here or there. And then Tuesday, additional storms could develop that could once again bring some gusty winds and some heavy downpours with some of these. So we'll be watching that closely. But here's going into this afternoon and evening, a very marginal risk there. That does include portions of Osage County, Washington County, and we're just going to be monitoring that. Out in Kansas, they're in that slight risk for a little bit more of that severe risk. But here's your Tuesday that I'm mentioning that still could produce some gusty winds and heavy rainfall in some of these locations. Very isolated, so it's not going to be a widespread organized storm system. Makes it a little harder to kind of pinpoint who's going to see some rain, but just keep an eye on the sky, and we're going to keep those chances until Wednesday. Thursday does look dry. Friday, I would say Friday night into Saturday, I'd be watching for additional storms to develop, and that will lead into the weekend with feels like temperatures climbing. So we'll be back in those triple digits Tuesday, Wednesday as well. Thursday and Friday, we could be upwards of 105 with the heat indices, so we'll have to monitor that. But for sure, make sure you have the umbrella in your car and the water. Make sure you're drinking lots of water these next couple of days.